and welcome to another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday, where today we're continuing with our exploration of the lost ruins of Arnak with expedition leaders. This is an expansion for Lost Ruins of Arnak, and you need to have the game Lost Ruins of Arnak to play the game. So I'll put a link to my unboxing of the main game, but this is looking at the expansion. And if we look at the back here, we're going to see what we get in this expansion. We're going to get 6 leaders, each with unique abilities and starting cards. And a lot of people say that this is almost like an essential expansion to the game. There are at least 3 different types of expansions. There are expansions that are just more of the same, and so you take it or leave it. If you want more, then by all means get the expansion. There are expansions that that fix the game, that are kind of meant to correct some of the stuff that were in the base game. And those kind of become essential expansions because they might fix something that really wasn't great in the original game, or on something that was unintended, or maybe they didn't catch in playtesting, so they become a little essential. And then you have a third expansion, which is adding new content. It's not just more of the same, and they're really not fixing anything. They're just taking the game to a different place. They're adding some new rules, adding some new complexity, or adding some real novel features that you really, after you play with it, you really don't want to play without it. And this is that last one. This is adding some stuff that really just makes the game different and more interesting by a lot of accounts. And so why would you want to play without it? And so these leaders are part of that. You get these unique leaders, and so that gives you some more asymmetrical play, or at least gives you asymmetrical play, where you have your own special abilities. You can do different things, and it's going to guide how you play the game and what you go for as far as the different scoring tracks and options in the game. There's 2 new territories to explore, 18 handy items, and 12 mysterious artifacts. Now this kind of falls more into that, first category. It's more of the same, but just some new stuff, new assistants, guardians, archaeological sites, and more. So there's quite a bit of stuff this is just more stuff. So if you like the original, the more stuff, you're going to like this. It's not going to make you, if you don't like the original, then the new stuff's probably not going to change it for you. These leaders, though, might. If you thought that the base game was somewhat generic and not enough theme, then these new leaders might change your mind on it, because it gives you a little bit more of a focused ability or focused strategy on how you want to play the game, because you have some unique abilities that you want to exploit. So let's get inside here and take a look inside this box here. The other thing that I like about this expansion, at least as it connects with the base game, is it all fits in the main box. So I'm a big fan of not having a bunch of boxes lying around. And I try to put all my expansions in the same box, and I think all this will fit back in the box. So I really don't care how this box is, because it's not going to stay in this box, but it's serviceable, right? Get a big gray meeple there. Get some new cards. We get a little of a insert here for some of the games. It's a little bit of a catalog. We have the rule book, and the rule book is this is not a little bit more substantial. How many rules is this? It is 23 pages. I think the original game was 23 pages. Of course, it was a bigger book. We're going to need a bigger book, but 24 pages, including this back, but it has some new icons used here. So this is all the components you get. Add these to your base game. So this is stuff that you can just add directly into the base game. There's some replacements here to fix stuff, from the original game possibly. That's one of those, sometimes expansions, or that's the whole reason for them is, but this one's there's just a little bit of replacement. You got a moon staff, which is a variant different than the base game. Here's the different expedition leaders. You've got the captain, the falconer, the baroness, the professor, the explorer, and the mystic. And this talks a little bit more about each of those expedition leaders. And this is really kind of the heart of this expansion. Hence it's called Expedition Leaders, right? So who would have thunk? And this kind of explains, so you got like a 2-page write-up on each one of these explaining how to play them. So that's really cool. There's a new research track that you overlay onto the main board to change up a little bit stuff on the research track. And that's the monkey temple as opposed to the other one. You got the monkey and the lizard temple. So it's talking a little bit about what's specific to that. And there you have it. So two big things in this, the leaders and then a new temple to explore. Let's see what we have. These are probably updated player aid cards to talk about some of the new icons. Looks like we got 6 of those cards. Well, maybe not. Looks like we got 4 of those, and then this is I don't know what this is. Oh, this is for each one of the, so we got the professor, the baroness, the captain, the explorer, the falconer, and the mystic. There you go. So they each have their own player aid. That's cool. Like that. Whoop. And these, you can see these pop out relatively easy. There you go right there. That just popped right out. That's kind of neat. The back of the board. But this is a... Oh, these are for each of the different players, each of the different expedition leaders. I think that might be the mystic there. I'm not sure. This is the new research, or the new temple board, I should say. I call it the research board because that's really what you're doing. That's the lizard. I'm probably going to have to go up periscope on this so you can see it a little bit better there. And so that is going to be 2-sided. So now you have, there was 2 in the original game. There was 2 sides of the board. Now you've got 2 more different temples. So for a total of 4, if my math is right. So that's, you got to love that. That's some new stuff. And these are all the different, these just come right out. So not much of a, All right, well I got 4 of these out. So there is the Mystic looks like, I think that's the Mystic. The Mystic has kind of a bigger board. And they each have this, group image on the back there. These popped out. So that should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a 6th one in here, which I assume is going to pop out the minute I get it out of the box here. Yep, popped right out. So there are your intrepid explorers. Quite a few of them there. Then we have some more punch outs here. These might be those replacement ones. Look, you got some more guardians here. Some discs for the explorers. You have that staff. Then we have some even more guardians here. Oh, and you can see they pop out relatively easy. There you have that. And there you go. These are all double-sided, of course. So, and then we've got some new cards here. Take a look at those. Ooh. And some, looks like there's some special cards there. Look at that. That's interesting. Special delivery. That's cool. Okay. So a bunch of new cards here. Looks like there's some new basic cards, and that's going to be tied to the Explorer. So some of the Explorers, the new leaders, are going to have some new starting cards, it looks like. Little monkey. Goat. Crowbar. Camera, that's cool. So there you have it. That is what you get in a box of Expedition Leaders. I'll end up putting this all back in the original box, but there you have it. This to me looks like, if you like Lost Ruins of Arnak and enjoy playing it, I think this is a no-brainer. I think we probably need to go get this because it adds a lot more variety and unique ways of playing and winning the game. Anyway, that's what I have for you today on this Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Thank you so much for stopping by, and the best way that I know you stop by is drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Expedition Leaders. What's your favorite leader to play? Am I wrong? Is this not needed for the base game? You just have enough fun with the base game? Or do you not like Lost Ruins of Arnak at all? Well, that's fine too. Just keep it civil. Take care and have a good one. Thanks for watching.